you, but now I'm going to ask you a
Hey,
question.
that's not what I said.
Now I'm
That's
going
not
to
what I
ask
said.
you a question.
That's not
What
I
would you
said.
have done? Would you have just thrown your hands in the air if Patrick is the president of the United States and say, hey, that's between Ukraine and Vladimir Putin and Russia, and you wouldn't help at all? What would you do if you were president? Go.
Well, I would reduce the sanctions first of all on Russia.
You think
that caused
reducing?
a lot of this
Okay,
stuff,
pot him
and I
down.
would actually,
Pot him down. Pot him down. One thing at a time. You think reducing sanctions would have stopped Vladimir Putin from invading another country and killing thousands and thousands of innocent people? Let's go one at a time. You think sanctions would have ended this war? Are you nuts? Go ahead.
Sanctions are an act of war. The sanctions cause war. Sanctions.
So what
do
sanction?
exactly
So what sanction, as Patrick, the president of the United States, you think would have deterred Vladimir Putin from invading another country? Go.
You remove the sanctions, smart guy. An act of war causes war. Look at Japan.
So you think removing the sanctions would have? So you think it would have been that easy if Patrick, the president of the United States, removed? Don't God me. You're unbelievable. You're another MAGA Republican dope. Don't oh God me. You haven't said one real thing.
We agree, though, that we bailed out the pension funds of Ukraine. We agree with that, right?
I haven't heard one reasonable thing that you've brought up that would have ended this war. Not one reasonable thing. Keep laughing with your stupid Tucker Carlson laugh.
I'm trying to acknowledge the fact that we're bailing out the Ukraine government.
You haven't answered my question. You haven't answered my question because you have no idea what you're doing.
$100 bills over there.
So sanctions.
We're not spending $100 bills over there, but we're wiring them billions.
So what would you do? So I want to know, this is a typical MAGA Republican where you bitch and complain, but you have no solutions to any of the real problems. So I ask you again now for a third. Sanctions. The dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life. Okay.
Patrick, stop allowing for the bombing of people.
Let him down again. So Vladimir Putin is just going to end this war if we remove sanctions. Vladdy's just going to say, hey, you know what, Patrick, the MAGA president of the United States, oh my God, those sanctions are going to be removed, so I better withdraw all my troops out of Ukraine. You might be the dumbest person I've ever heard in my life. You want to complain about Joe Biden. You want to complain about the aid that we sent to the Ukraine so that they can defend themselves. But in return, what would you do? Let's get rid of those sanctions. It's the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life. I'm glad you're not the president.
Well, you do realize that the West is losing trillions of dollars and Russia is gaining billions. So
boy, am I glad. Boy, am I. There's Patrick, the professional when it comes to foreign policy. Is there anything else you'd like to bring up besides sanctions that you think would have deterred Vladimir Putin from invading Ukraine? It's the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life.
What's dumb about what is dumb?
Is that the only thing you would do? That's it. Okay. So what if
is dumb?
So what if it didn't work?
Crazy.
What
if liberal?
Okay.
What limits are you pushing?
Okay. Again, pot him down again. Again, dumbbell. I'm not a liberal. I'm a registered independent who did not vote for Barack Obama or Hillary Clinton. I voted for 8 Republicans in the 2022 midterms. Now, I'd never vote for a moron like you because you have crap for brains. You know nothing about foreign policy. And let me ask you this question. If Patrick was the president, which you never will be, you couldn't even be the president of your own home. But if Patrick was the president and you said sanctions, let's get rid of those sanctions, and Vladimir Putin said, nope, I'm still invading the country, that's not a deterrent for me, what else would you do, smart guy?
I would have NATO, the war machine, back up off where they are. I want diplomacy. I want people to come to a table and say, what can we do to end all of this death and destruction?
And name me one time in history where Vladimir Putin came to the table and negotiated in good faith. Give me one example, please, why you would think that would work. Give me one, smart guy.
Hey, Putin and Russia don't have a tendency of invading.
That wasn't my question. That wasn't my question, Patrick. I need to say it again so you can pot him down again. Pot him down again because I don't want to hear his stupid Tucker Carlson MAGA laugh. I'm going to ask you again. You just said you would go to the table and negotiate. Now I'm asking you. It's a very simple question. Give me one time where Vladimir Putin negotiated at the table and negotiated in good faith. Because when you make a statement like that, there has to be history behind it. Has Vladimir Putin ever negotiated with anybody in good faith? Yes or no? And give me an example.
Why would he have the reason to negotiate when he has...
Why would he have the reason to negotiate? You're the dumbbell that just said we need to sit at the table and negotiate. Now you're telling me, why would he negotiate? Do you realize how stupid you sound, Patrick?
you have heard of diplomacy, right? Practicing diplomacy and trying to end.
Okay,
The
so
lives
I'm
that are
asking
being
you a
lost.
question. Let's talk about diplomacy. In the history of the world and Russia and Vladimir Putin,
You have to talk to your
I am
adversaries,
asking
guys.
you, in what time did Vladimir Putin ever show that he was willing to negotiate in good faith? Why won't you answer
Brian,
that
you want
question,
to go
dummy?
to World War III over Ukraine? Is that what you're wanting to do?
Why don't you
wanna have
answer
World
my
War III? You wanna
question,
have
dumbbell?
nuclear war?
Notice how he won't answer. Pot him down again. Notice how he won't answer my question. See, this is a typical MAGA Republican. Patrick, I'm keeping you on the line because you're exposing yourself for how ignorant you are.
Oh, okay,
This is
but
a
we agree.
perfect example. Perfect example, Patrick. You complain about Joe Biden, you complain about Ukraine, but yet you have no solutions. The only thing you've said about solutions on how to end this war, we need to go to the table and negotiate. And then when I ask you, has Vladimir Putin ever negotiated, ever, in good faith? Obviously, the answer is no. But yet you still think you can somehow negotiate with an evil, murderous dictator. Go ahead, Patrick. Spew some more dumbbell MAGA Republican talking points. Go ahead.
You don't want to talk to Putin. You just want to have World War III. You want to go. You want
I
to take
don't
this
want
to
to
nuclear
talk to.
war.
All right, Patrick, I'm glad you're not the president. You obviously have no idea what you're talking about when to foreign affairs. But you know what, Patrick? You can call back anytime because
Hey,
I always
all you do is insult.
I always
You
enjoy
have-
distract. Yeah,
It's
all I do.
emotion.
Okay, hold on.
Emotional.
Hold on, pot him down.
Very-
Hold on. All I do is insult. Patrick, can you tell me who you voted for in the last two presidential elections?
Why is that relevant
Answer,
to a conversation?
because
about the
Donald.
substance of
I'll
what
tell
is
you why.
going on?
Because you're complaining about insults, and why don't you answer the question? Who did you
I'm,
vote
I'm,
for?
hey, I'm complaining about both parties.
You voted
both
for
parties funded
get
the
lost. Get lost. You're complaining about both parties. You've never criticized a Republican your whole life, and then you want to tell me about you want to talk to me about, oh, don't insult me, you snowflake. You voted for Donald Trump twice, you MAGA moron. Get off my show. We have John on the line. Hi, John. How are you?
Hey, Brian, let me see if I can help you here a little bit. First of all, Patrick, I got $100 that says you have no more than 5 teeth. That's it. I got $100, no more than 5 teeth, period. Look, we're not supporting Ukraine for them. We're supporting Ukraine for us. And the godfather of this party, the Republican Party, is Ronald Reagan. Ronald Reagan was the person who tore down the Berlin Wall. I voted for Ronald Reagan. Ronald Reagan would slap you in the face, Patrick, if you were in his presence. The Cold War was an incredible drain on this country, and it was an arms race with Russia. And I remember as a child going to school and having to get under my desk practicing bomb raid drills, because we were worried that Russia was going to start a war with us. There's such a thing called the Cuban Missile Crisis, okay? Russia tried to bring nuclear weapons within 90 miles of the United States of America. Russia has a history of aggression and expansionism. And Vladimir Putin is absolutely trying to reunify, recreate the Soviet Union, which Ronald Reagan and Gorbachev
So John,
brilliantly.
John, I agree with everything you're saying. I just want to ask you something. When I ask people like Patrick, MAGA Patrick, what would you do differently if you were president? The only thing he brought up is he talked about getting rid of sanctions, which would not deter Vladimir Putin one bit. It's the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life. And then the second thing he says is, we need to negotiate. We need to talk to Vladimir Putin. And my question to him was, in the history of Putin running that country, has he ever negotiated in good faith with anybody? Now, of course, to anybody who has an IQ over 20, the answer is no. But somehow Patrick thinks it's that easy where we could just make a phone call and say, hey, Vladdy, let's just sit down and talk it out. Like that would work. That's the typical MAGA Republican. They have no answers or solutions to any of the problems, but all they want to do is bitch and complain.
That he's just parroting what Trump said. That's not a solution. And like I was saying, Vladimir Putin's goal is to rebuild the Soviet Union that the godfather of the Republican Party, Ronald Reagan, and Mikhail Gorbachev tore down. But the main point I want to make is this. I just did a quick Google search. The cost of the Cold War to America was between $8 and $9 trillion. Okay, trillion with a T. And I can tell you there was much anxiety involved throughout that entire process. There was palpable fear in America that we were going to enter World War III with Russia. So this pittance that we're sending to the Ukraine is 10, 20 billion, whatever it is. It is a pittance compared to what we spent on the Cold War. And not a single American has died. Joe Biden is he's a Jedi he's a mastermind. He is playing Ukraine perfectly. He has Putin in a box. And this little pathetic clown, Patrick, who's pretending, I guarantee, Patrick, you didn't go to college. I guarantee you, I'll bet you do not have a college degree. All you're doing is parroting what you heard on radical right media, trash outlets. You have no solution. Putin is not going to sit down and negotiate with you. He's an expansionist person. He's trying to reunify the Soviet Union. You're a fool. You're a moron. You should be embarrassed of yourself, Pat.
I am embarrassed for him, John, and it's good to hear from you. It's been a while. I appreciate you calling in, John. Have a good one, my friend. We'll talk to you soon.
All right, Brian.
All right, take care. John's 100. I don't know about